Welcome, Wastelanders, to another settlement video. As you can see, we are at the Red Rocket truck stop. It's a location that I never really was fond of building at. This was always kind of my go-to base, whatever, headquarters, where I just come, store all my junk, fix up my power armor, etc., etc. If you watched my playthrough, you would have seen basically me doing just that. I've only built here really once before, and that was one of my other settlement videos that I did on the PlayStation 4. Mainly because I have trouble picking an idea or a theme for this place, but this time I kind of got a little something going on. Speaking of themes, got a whole bunch of good stuff coming up for you all in the future. Next video popping up will be Shawshank Prison from the book and movie Shawshank Redemption. Put a lot of work into that bad boy, and I am very happy with how it turned out. And in keeping with that kind of theme, I am going to be doing a whole slew of videos on famous movie places and TV show places. We got Bates Motel and The House coming up. Doing Ghostbusters Firehouse, and if I could find a good location and manage to swing it, we are going to be doing the Grand Overlook Hotel from The Shining, the one with Jack Nicholson. There's actually a couple of different versions of it from different movies, but yeah, I think we're going to try and go for the one with Jack Nicholson. Having said that, if there's a famous movie or TV show location you all want to see, please leave a comment below, and I will see if I can do it. It's got to be from a TV or a movie. Even if it's based off a book is fine, as long as there was a TV or a movie made about it. Mainly because, I haven't read every book in the world, and it's kind of hard to design something just from a book. So I need to be able to see pictures and video of it, so that's really the only criteria. But if there's a location that you would like me to build, just leave it in the description, or not in the description, in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here. So around the perimeter, of course, we have a junk wall surrounding it. Got to have some sort of protection. We got these spiky thingies again. We've got some really cool spotlights provided by CVC. They come in different directions. Some point up, some point down, and different varying degrees. These happen to be the large 35 degree. There's also like 70 and 45. Use which ones you want. I happen to like the 35s because they point out a little bit further, but really, really cool. We got some guard towers hanging out up here and some turrets. And let's go ahead and head inside and see what we got. So immediately inside here, we got some heavy-duty barbed wire fences, giving a little more protection to the people that happen to be up in the guard towers, which there's nobody right now. This person's close, but probably the game settings, even though I'm using a mod to make the settlements larger, the NPCs won't always go into certain spots because they haven't been mapped to go to certain areas, and there is mods to increase that, but even still it's kind of buggy. Like this person sometimes will be there and sometimes not, and right now they're choosing not to be. So right inside, a couple more noisy turrets going on. They've kind of built a little mass pile of rubble here to make these steps look a little better, and those steps are leading up to a little market, a little elevated walkway market here. We got armor, weapons, drugs, and a little general store on the end. These guys are nicely defended, fenced in here, so I don't have to really worry about anybody breaking in and stealing their stuff. But for these that are a little bit more open, I put little garage doors here. That way at the end of the shift, night, whatever, they can lock up. Got one there. And we got one over here as well.
Let's get a look at you.
I am just dandy, but thank you. Anywho, so yeah, we got ourselves a nice little market going on up here. Down here was a vegetable stand, but this person either died or was a synth and ran away. Who knows? And all that's left is a bunch of rotting mess, basically. And nobody bothered to clean it up because they were like, hey, not my mess, who cares? But down over here, we got ourselves a full-on little food market. We got some bunny wabbits hanging from there.
That farm run by ghouls?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Isn't that something?
It is. We got some tomatoes and some melons and some gourds and a whole bunch of stuff, and we even got some fish and maize cooking on the grill. So yeah, nice little setup going on here. A lot of this stuff is provided by, I think, either CVC and or Creative Clutter. There's also the fully stocked shelf mod that I always use, whose name escapes me. But all the mods I'm using are in the description below, so pretty easy to find them. So back over here, we got ourselves a nice little general store sign provided by Acmeco, or maybe that's who runs the store, or either or. That sign is powered by this really cool looking solar panel. That is also provided by CVC. So up here, got a nice little set of stairs leading up to this little section here. I used some gravel meshes, whatever you want to call them, provided by Kraggles. Really cool. There's a whole bunch of different, what I want to say, like shapes, I guess. There are some that are like big flat blocks, like the foundations, and then others that are angled and cornered and whatnot. Comes in really handy having in all those different shapes and sizes, basically. Over here, some more fences, and again, some more of that dirt. You can kind of see this little line right here. That leads to some of the shapes, so we got some angled ones all up in here. I tried my best to hide all that, and if I hadn't pointed it out, you probably wouldn't have really seen it or noticed it. So over here, we have the actual store. This is the Octagon Store, the Acme Store, the whatever you want to call it store. This was provided by... Let me go ahead and bring up our little menu here so I can show you. Thematic and Practical. Really, really good resource for unique looking stores and also different things for factions, whatever. But it's mostly all about the stores. That's what brings these here. These different styled storefronts with the...
look about you.
I know.
Hope you ain't here for me.
Not unless you keep mouthing off to me. Anywho, so yeah, these nice little storefronts, including some of these signs. Like, you can hang up all these different custom signs, all from that. Really, really cool mod. I'm going to be doing another tutorial video sometime in the near future where I'm going to be going over a lot of these mods. Keep in mind, most of this is basically straight for PC. So if you're on PlayStation, Xbox, I do have older... tutorial videos going over some of the mods that are basically mostly exclusive for the PlayStation. So very handy, but a lot of them you can also find on PC as well, so it's very helpful for everybody. So this one over here, this is Woody's Wasteland. I built one of these cabins in my previous video with the castle at 10 Pines Bluff. I really love Woody's Wasteland. It's got some of the really coolest things in it, including things like this with a chopped wood pile, including little supports here to help hold them up. Got ourselves a nice little axe right there in the tree stump. Cool decorations like these window boxes. The fence here was provided by CVC. We head on in, we got ourselves a nice little cozy cabin. Pretty much all of it was built using Woody's Wasteland. Including the shelf over here. Let's turn on the lights so we can actually see, because I never did put a light bulb in here. Fireplace, nice functioning fireplace with wood burning, and we do have a chimney out there that does set off some smoke getting out there, and we got some more chopped wood and little cabinets that we can put stuff in, and running water. We can actually drink from that. There we go, close that, and got some big hunks of meat sitting there, and you can change the decorations in here. This was just stuff that I randomly put in there, which is why that one's probably glitching, because it's not fitting in there properly. But, you know, it works. You even got some bread and butter and a fully set up table and chairs with dishes and all that kind of stuff. This was provided by Creative Clutter. Very handy mod for filling in a whole bunch of stuff. So this little armoire here does not come with these clothes in it. You can actually use Woody's Wasteland to pick what clothes you want to put in here. You can do all dresses, shirts, pants, shoes, whatever, and you just put them in there and they hang themselves up. You pick which ones you want. It's awesome. I love it. Can't praise that mod enough. So back over here, got ourselves a wheelbarrow full of stuff. That might be Creative Clutter or one of the others. I don't know. I have like 1,000 mods going at the moment that all offer different decorations. But yeah, we got some gardening going on. Even got a little fence here so we can come in and out. And we got Kate and Piper over here hard at work in the garden. And yeah, oh, little frame rate drop. You're gonna see that from time to time. Just we'll try to ignore that and work through it. Over here is all about water. Got a garden hose. We have a water storage tank. We're pumping it up from the ground, storing it in the tank. From there, we can put it in the bathtub and use some buskets to get it into the boiler, so we can get some nice, hot, clean water for bathing, for cleaning. And we also have a clothesline. This is also provided by CVC, which you can pick and choose what clothes you want to hang on here after they've been cleaned. I mean, you know, clean laundry is very, very important. So, looking at Red Rocket, you'll notice that the sign is all repaired. The reason for that is because I sort of replaced it. So we can go ahead and pick that up, and you can see there's the original one. I just kind of overlaid it, and depending on the angle, sometimes you can see the ones behind it, and sometimes you can't. Just kind of did that to, you know, make the place look a little bit better. It does kind of, you know, look run down, but it's supposed to. I don't know. Just one of those weird things I kind of did. In here for the actual truck stop, didn't really do much. Like I said, for my playthrough, this is where I just come to fix and store everything. So in here, I didn't really do anything. Out here, we got some hot sauce and some decorations, and this is just kind of a little coffee shop, makeshift diner in a sense.
Hurts, my
Oh boy,
feet hurt.
here we go.
Everything hurts.
Yeah, join the club. I'm old and everything hurts. Anywho, so yes, we got a diner here that I put into the back of the whole place, including a nice little spinning sign. I think that again is also from CVC. Apparently I use CVC a lot for this build. In here we got a nice little bus home. I've done this before in a couple of my settlements. It's really neat. Good little pre-made house in a sense, and really just got to do is furnish it. So in here we got the little TV, couch, and rug, and bed, and then over here we have our little kitchenette area with a little table with some stuff on it that's all pre-decorated. That's from Creative Clutter, as well as the shelf here. The stove is just a regular stove that I happen to put some tomatoes on, and actually hooked up a couple of smoke pipes up to it. That comes from Woody's Wasteland, and get some actual smoke coming out of it, so it looks like the stove is actually running. Over here we have a windmill that spins and makes some noise, as you can see, and that is providing water to the community. Goes right into that little tank down there, and I forget how much water it adds to the location. Produces 10. There we go. We got ourselves a little guard tower hanging out there in the back, and then up here we have our little makeshift community, living spaces, whatever. Used a whole bunch of pre-made shacks instead of building them individually, just to save time, and a lot of them were pretty neat looking on their own. We'll take a look at those in a second. First, we're going to head on into the diner. This was used or built using, I think, mostly CVC, I think? Let's take a look, see if any of this rings a bell here. Yes, CVC, okay. Yeah, as I said, apparently I used a lot of CVC. The lights here are Creative Clutter. You can actually turn them off and on, which is really, really cool. Got a couple of nice people here working the counter. She's slicing some bread, and she's just cleaning up, which is good.
If
Got
you
ourselves...
ain't been up to see Grey Garden,
Oh,
you
boy.
should go. Whole place is run by robots.
Wow. Why are you wiping the bread? Did you drop it? That's disgusting. Moving along, we got some more decorations here from Creative Clutter. We got some cupcakes and what looks like some different types of cheesecake, maybe. Who knows? Either way, it looks delicious. So yeah, got ourselves a nice little diner here. Cigarette machine. Don't smoke, kids. Very bad for you. Put in another sign up here. As you can see, both of them rotate. And so yeah, over here we got living spaces. Didn't do too much with them. Decorations-wise, I've decorated a bajillion of these, and sometimes I just kind of I don't know, lose my creative juices and just kind of get bored with doing the same things over and over and over again. So for the most part, I just stuck beds in all of them and just kind of left them as is. They basically just serve the function of giving them beds so they don't complain about not having some place to sleep. So there you go, a whole bunch of different beds in here. Got a nice little wooden walkway and another little one right over here in the corner with guard towers. These are functioning guard towers. They're actually a little difficult to get into, so the NPCs don't always use them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's kind of hit or miss. You know, I got several people all doing security all at the same time, and sometimes they're going into them and sometimes they're not. It's really weird. I don't have an explanation for that. And so right over here, just a couple of more little tiny shack houses, whatever. There's a little chemistry station, and right over here we got dog meat. Can you say hello, dog meat? No, he's just gonna whine. But inside here, same thing. I just put a couple of beds, and same thing on this one. Didn't really know what to do with the spaces, and like I said, I've done a million little shacks like this before, so kind of just stuck them in there for mostly decoration. You know, oh, there we go. There's somebody actually using one of the guard towers. Nick over here is supposed to be using the other one, but ever since I built this place, he just kind of hangs out in that same spot and doesn't move ever. Don't know why, but that's just what he does. So, yes, we actually have somebody using one of the guard towers. Like I said, it is a little difficult to get up. Like right there, I'm trying to get up there, and I have to do little bunny hops to get up there. But you know, actually, you know what? Look down there. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw something funny. But yes, this is the Red Rocket truck stop in all of its entirety. Let's go ahead and get some aerial view of this place, and up here you can see the solar panels that I put in place on top of the truck stop itself. Everything here is powered by either solar or wind. So there you go, you can see the entire magnitude of the whole place. Not the biggest place I've ever built, not by far, but definitely very, very creative. Very happy with how this came out, simply because of how many times I've tried to build here but could never get exactly what I was looking for, or could never really get inspired. Couldn't really find an idea that I really, really liked in this place, but this time we finally do have one, and there you go. Other than my little museum that I built, I don't know, probably about a year ago, this is probably the only other build I've ever done in this place, and very, very happy with it. So, having said that, like I said, I got some really cool movie themes coming up, TV themes, a whole bunch of really awesome places that I hope you all will enjoy. And like I said, if you have any ideas of places you'd like to see me build, and even if you want it at a specific location, just leave it in the comment below, and we'll see what we can do. Until then, don't get irradiated.